All right, so we have a special guest in the studio today.
Yeah, who's your friend?
This is Paris. Hello, Paris.
We put the dog right next to the person that's allergic to dogs too, which is awesome. I'm
That-
loving
I
every
forgot
minute.
about that.
Right.
I only just learned about that, and I'm so sorry.
It's all good.
But also, she's quite comfortable, so.
Well, that'll be the other half of the experiment.
Sure.
What
Is it-
happens to Josh when he's subjected to a
If
dog?
you start hearing me wheeze into the mic, then you'll know. Cycling.
In this episode, we're going to be talking about riding etiquette, which is kind of the unspoken rules that makes riding better for everybody.
So you're talking about asking permission on giving an ass tap? Am I getting that correct?
Okay, we've been over that already.
Flashback to episode 1.
Yeah. Okay, that's not an ass tap.
It's an ass tap. But you know what, though?
That
I
is
thought
a
about it.
gentle friend push.
Yeah.
Gentle friend push. Why does this keep coming back to haunt us or haunt me anyway?
Yeah, you.
Just not a thing, Josh.
Just John trying to give support over here, and then we're over here dying.
Anyway, shall we begin?
Sure.
I got a good one. Since I'm always in the back, if you're going to spit a loogie or, shoot a little snot out your nose, please be considerate of the riders behind you.
I'm sorry, Matt.
Is there anyone guilty here of doing that, Matt?
I think it's penance for just being in the back. So you just have to.
Ooh.
It is
So
the
you're
benefit.
saying it's deserved. It's deserved. It's not etiquette. It's just what you deserve.
I just had to poke one at you, Matt. I'm sorry.
I got to be close enough in the draft to see so the aerodynamics like carry the loogie past me.
Yes. Yes.
Just know if you're failing and you're in the back, you're getting a loogie on your face, no matter what.
So maybe I've always wondered if this would work. If I spit straight up from the front, would the draft just carry it over everyone?
It would be like a homing missile.
Yeah, and then if you're off the back, it's gonna dip down and land in your face,
True,
right?
yeah. I think that's a good, call, Matt. I think that's a.
Just go to the side or pick the side that I'm not on. Thank you.
Got you.
Okay, so I got one that is kind of it's like a big one for me, but it seems so simple. I guess that's why it irritates me. And it's waving to other cyclists. I mean, if we're talking about not being a dick, I mean, how hard is it when you see another cyclist opposite side of the road, just a quick wave? Sometimes it's even the nod. I'll settle for the nod, but it's the ones that just kind of stare at you and then just go by. Like, what is that?
Okay, coming from the guy that has a caveat about this waving thing, because I know you have a rule to this, though, John, that you're missing and that you're not telling everyone right now.
Okay, well, yeah, my qualification for that is obviously a cyclist. I won't even say a road cyclist, but usually it has to do with wearing a kit. And I know I'm going to get shit about this, but I feel like if you're wearing a kit, if you're a road cyclist and you're wearing a kit, there's an unspoken like bond between us, right? There's we're both wearing something that looks absolutely ridiculous to anyone outside of the cycling world, right? We're like in pajamas, and we've shared the same struggles. There's an entrance fee to be a cyclist, and that's what brings us all together, I think.
So you're just letting everybody know now that if you're wearing board shorts and a t-shirt, you're not getting a wave from John.
Yes, that is correct.
Okay.
What about like a serious looking guy or a serious looking mountain bike?
By John's standards, that's no wave.
Let me clarify. If someone waves to me, regardless, I will always wave back.
False.
Okay.
False. False. John, I've rode with you multiple times. False.
Then I didn't see them.
Yeah. There was something in my eye while I was riding.
I mean, okay. If they're on a bike and they wave, I'm certainly gonna wave back.
Okay. There's cameras. You got a camera on your. Matt's got a camera. Anyways, I believe you. I'm not saying that you're wrong.
Sounds like you believe me.
Just in my experiences with you, John, I've seen the kit thing, but if they are not and they wave to you, it is.
But one more thing that I wanna point out, and why I think it's important is because as cyclists, we're kind of out there, and we're exposed. We're amongst a lot of times motorists that oftentimes don't care about us. And I think, having someone just acknowledge that you're there and that we're kind of here to support each other.
Well, I have a female perspective on this, I
Oh,
think. And I've never told you about this because it's
yes,
a
this
little
is
weird.
interesting.
So when I'm riding alone, a lot of times, I agree 100% with whatever, we should wave at cyclists and things like that. But when I'm on my own and I wave to someone and it's another guy and he does this, like a full head turn, I get nervous and I think, oh, he's going to turn around. And it's only happened a few times. A lot of times, I mean, obviously you're going to turn your head, but it's the full head turn that it's very uncomfortable.
That is a little. I've never had a full head turn, so I
Mhm.
mean, yeah, that would be a little. I'd be like, "Do you know me?
Yeah.
Do I know you?"
Yeah.
Right.
So
Huh.
yeah, that's
Or
a
they're
little
checking
weird.
out your bike. But that's
Yeah.
it's hard.
It is hard. And so that's why I'm like, I brush it off and I'm like, nah, it's nothing. But the adrenaline's pumping and I'm by myself. The roads are empty. And it's like, I got to go.
Mhm.
I got to speed up.
Yeah, it's either or. You can't be too trusting, and then
Yeah.
on the other hand,
Yeah.
you can't be too judgmental. So it's just like a fine line that I think
Yeah.
that everybody
Yeah.
walks across. I got one for us. Okay, you guys ready? Bringing your own snacks and bringing your own repair kit if you get a flat.
Oh, how interesting that you bring this up.
What do you mean? I don't know what you're talking about.
You've learned.
I bring my own snacks.
Now you do.
It's just
Now-
great when someone else offers them. I can't control that. I'm definitely giving you the
Mhm.
eyes,
Mhm.
oh no, I don't have enough snacks. And while John's eating his snacks. I mean,
Or bringing I have an empty bottle. May I fill it up?
I totally forgot.
Oh, is this electrolytes over here? Do you mind if I put a little bit in?
You're just a gift that keeps giving, John. I love it. God, it is a very it's appreciated, But when
Good to hear.
no one really asks me for my snacks, which might be my problem, but
Just boiled chicken breast.
who said you couldn't have protein on a ride? Save a little money.
Nobody does that.
Save a little money.
Nobody does that.
I'm getting my protein. I know it's going straight to my legs after the workout. Not medical advice, but I think it's just being mindful. Don't expect snacks. That's kind of the thing.
All right. So I'm guilty of this next one that I'm thinking of, which is don't draft a stranger that you come upon.
Mhm.
And early on, I did this, and it was on Kahala on a really strong headwind. And I was riding and he kind of turned in. So I was like, ooh, some wind blockage. So I kind of just rolled up behind him and drafted him all the way to the end of the road.
Did you whisper in his ear?
I tried to stay very quiet and very... For some reason, I knew it was wrong, but I didn't know it was wrong until you told me, you can't do that.
It felt wrong, but it was also so right.
Yes.
I have to confess that I'm actually probably even more guilty of this.
Mhm.
So when I started road cycling, I wasn't riding with anyone. So I was completely new, and I didn't really have anyone to kind of show me the ropes, and I wasn't doing any group rides or anything like that. So all of this etiquette stuff, I had no clue. And I had a similar situation, and this is going to sound terrible, and I feel terrible about it, but someone kind of like swung right in front of me, and I was like, oh, this person is cooking it. And it was perfect, right? Because I got a draft. It was a woman. It was a girl.
Oh.
And, now that I reflect on it, it's like, oh my God, that's exactly what
Mhm.
you're just talking about.
Mhm.
and I'm guilty of that, which
Mhm.
I feel terrible about it. Now, it didn't, I think because my intention was simply, oh, a draft.
Mhm.
I wasn't thinking about it at the time, but I can now only imagine what she was thinking,
Mhm.
having some guy like right behind her, like, oh
Mhm.
God.
Mhm.
Yeah, it kind of, I feel so bad about it. So, and it's
Shame on
so
you.
so easy to just, come up alongside someone, announce that you're there and say,
Mhm.
hey, how's it going? And
Can I pull behind you?
yeah, I'm struggling. Do you mind if I sit in? And if they say, yeah, sure, then great. If they say, or even anything, then just say, oh yeah, have your ride and have a good one, and back off or
Mhm.
something. But yeah, I didn't do any of that.
I got one, and it actually carries over from when I was in football. But when people, especially like peers,
Mm.
will give unsolicited advice about whether it's like, nutrition or just giving advice
Mhm.
that you didn't ask for, and they're trying to place it on you. And then 9 times out of 10, the advice is not even good
Mm.
advice. Um, so I think like if you're in a group ride and you probably don't know the person that well, or if you're just trying to getting into the beginning stages of that relationship between you guys,
Mm.
you should not be giving advice when it's not warranted.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like all of internet comments can learn from that.
The trolls.
So I have another one. And it comes from because I'm usually the one organizing all the rides on text, and it's show up to the ride that you commit to.
Mm-hmm.
So if you say you're gonna come, be
Sorry.
there.
I've definitely done that.
Yeah.
I mean, usually it's that we're all waking up super early, um, and we're planning to go ride together.
Mhm.
So if one person bails and it's kind of just like, or like, oh, I got up too late, I'm just gonna sleep in. It's like, what? I mean, especially for me because I take a while to get going in the morning, so I wake up really early if we're riding, and yeah, it's just like, well, I could have gone back to sleep too.
All right, I've got a good one.
Mm.
Is if you get dropped on a ride, don't make an excuse.
Mhm.
Yeah,
I
I am guilty.
yeah, I have no problem admitting I got dropped because I'm slow. But we've had that conversation. I am slow.
You're not slow, Matt.
No, you're not slow. What are some examples of excuses that you think, that like what's an excuse
Or what's it?
for getting
What's one
dropped?
that works?
What's one that
Yeah,
works?
let's
guys.
give advice about
Yeah,
a good.
on how to give excuses. It went from don't give excuses to here are the best excuses to give.
Oh,
Exactly.
guys, I my air pressure. I must have a leaks in the tire somewhere. My tires are flat. I'm just not that good.
I was cramping.
I got caught behind a slow moving car.
Hey, wait, that was real.
All right, I got another one for you guys. Super spicy one. Super
Mm.
spicy. Sriracha spicy. So, maintaining a pace that is with everyone's pace. It's the consistent pace, not doing the yo-yo effect thing that we all love and cherish.
I think Josh believes deep inside that if he volunteers these, that we will somehow forget that he's the
He's
very
the one
one.
that
What are you talking about? I don't do that. It's hard. It's hard. Okay, hey. All right. I like to be in the front sometimes. And when I hear John's voice in the back, you're going too fast, Josh. Keep the same pace. And it's it's almost one of those things that I wish I had one of those like rear view mirrors that was attached to my helmet and I could see,
No.
But yeah, yes, okay. Hey, you caught me. You caught me in the act. I have the jewel that I've stolen in my hands right now. I
Mhm.
understand.
Mhm.
But yes, that is something that I am saying for people that hey, maintain a good pace. Don't do the yo-yo effect.
Right. Stopping for people in need, cyclists in need. I think that one's a big one. I don't think there's any cyclist who hasn't had some sort of mechanical issue on the side of the road, or even had a massive bonk or something where they could use some help. And I know we all got phones nowadays, but it's just nice to have your fellow cyclists check in on you. And I always learned to ask people if they're okay, and you give a thumbs up or a thumbs down. And if you get the thumbs up, then you can just continue riding. It doesn't have to be a big deal. But I think that interaction is just a little reassuring. And if it's you on the side of the road, being responsive to that also helps people, because if you don't need help, if you give a quick thumbs up, you don't disturb their ride.
Mhm.
They're trying to check in on you. So, but yeah, I think it's always a good idea to help each other out.
Just don't be a weirdo about it.
I was gonna say it's
I
like
was
Because
about to
that.
ask you actually.
sometimes people actually stop and you say, no, it's okay, it's fine. And they try to nosy their way in and like, oh, so what's
Uh,
wrong? And it's like, oh God,
well,
just
that
keep
kind of goes
going.
with the other one, which is don't give unsolicited
Mm.
advice,
Mm-hmm,
right?
mm-hmm,
I
mm-hmm.
They all
mean,
kind of
if
played together. It
Yeah.
seems like, yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
If they
Yeah.
say they're fine, just go.
Just
yeah,
go.
You're okay. Just-
right.
Yeah.
They're fine.
I have one that I've learned early on being with this guy, and it's don't touch other people's bikes.
There's a level of respect, I think. Bikes, a lot of bikes are extremely expensive and people are very particular about them. And if someone's handling a bike that has custom wheels or whatever it is, and even just the smallest thing, like leaning a bike up against a wall, like moving it and then re-leaning it. If you're leaning it on a brake lever, right, and it's up against a rough concrete wall, you might be scratching that lever. And that little scratch is something that that person's really not going to appreciate, or a pedal or whatever it is, right? Like, so, and it's not fair to say, oh, I'm super careful, right? Because you don't know how that person takes care of their bike and whatnot. I mean, I don't know. It's kind of a judgment call, but certainly think it's something to be sensitive about. Just my opinion.
There's a great list, and I think the moral of the entire list is don't be a dick.
Whip it up, all these rocks on my wrist.